So hello and welcome to the Donny Chaingang with me, Matt Payne. For those of you who are regular viewers, you'll know that that was a massively crash straight through the theme tune because this is the Donny Chaingang. It's a Thursday and we're live out on the Downing Cycling YouTube channel. We want to be there for the right start, and we are cutting things fine tonight because it's been another manic day at Full Speed Events here once again. All part of the Donny Chaingang, and do you know what? We have lots going on tonight. It is the Donny Chaingang. We have the Donny Chaingang Tuesday for members only. That was an absolute flyer. That was brilliant. We've got today, of course, the Open to registered riders. And we're going to be on sand and sequoias. It's 2 laps of the loop, which is 20.2k. We're going to finish at Fuego Flats Arch Loop. As you can see, then warm down to the banner. Russies are yellow beacons, so the bear is back with us once again. And we're going to be having a look to see how he is riding. But it is time to hit the roads of Zwift. Now, our riders should have managed to get themselves out from the start pens. Let's take a look and see whereabouts on the course they are. Well, looks like they are already underway and motoring along. We're going to jump in with Keith Richardson. So we're in with Keith at the moment. And time to take a little bit of a check through all of our riders. Now, as you can see on the bottom of your screens, we are today, and the top of your screens, in fact, this is the gritty week on the Donny Chaingang. In fact, it's been a gritty week all month on the Donny Chaingang. Gritty are one of our key supporters. They've been here since the very start. And Neil and Caroline looking after the members of the DCG gang. And the DCG gang, well, that is how we keep the show on the road. So people donate. If they donate for 1 month, which is £25, or to the end of the season, then we reward them. We try and say thank you as much as we can, and that begins with great discounts of lots of great goods you can see across the base of your screen. Gritty, Halo, OTE, Nonners, Goodyear tyres from Cameron Tyres, and Shelley, and Russ and myself. So Russ Downing of Downing Cycling, myself Matt Payne of Full Speed Events, of course, making sure that the show gets on the road. We also have some great giveaways as well as those discounts for the members of the DCG gang. And that means tonight, because it is gritty week, we are going to be heading out and doing a great giveaway. Not only have we got a great giveaway, which is going to be giving away £250 worth of vouchers, so a first prize of £150 and a second prize of £100 worth of vouchers. We are also, of course, going to be bringing you all of the action from the Chain Gang. And remember, of course, that draw is exclusive to members of the DCG gang. Looks like Neil on a late start today, hoping he's going to do a late join because that's a lot of ground to make up. So Neil from Gritty just a little bit off the pace, as is Samuel Taylor. I'm sure they will be making the way back on again, but the pack rolling well. So, now that we're underway, and we've got out of the way where we're going, 2 laps of sand and sequoias, I'm going to bring in the second person in the studio, crashing the phones all over the studio, because we've both managed to do it in one go already this evening. I have the head of the Wow Chain Gang, a Ionian winning racer on Zwift. We have the coach that is also known as Professor, commentator to World Champions, to the UCI, and now joining Humble Me, being herself in the studio, the one and only Emma Martin.
Wow.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for such a wind-up of an introduction.
Was that your I'm going to have a very slow voice start?
Yes. Anyway, it is fabulous to be here tonight. It is really, really good to be in the studio with Matt. I've not been in for the Donny Chaingang for a long time. And boy, am I looking forward to it. This is one of my favourite courses. I really love this course. And I am seriously looking forward to seeing how our riders perform tonight, because this is a fast and furious lap. Do you know, I did check before I came into the studio. 24 minutes, 20 seconds is the fastest lap on Strava this year. Will it be beaten tonight?
I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. Now, we're going to do a couple of double checks. Emma's going to keep keeping a check on people. Emma, Miss Cookie's just off the back. Just tell us why Miss Cookie's off the back, because I think she's just on the recovery at the moment.
Yeah, she is. So coming back from surgery, she joined us on the Wow Chaingang last night. It was lovely to see her pop in and chat. She's here again tonight. She does, what I love about Miss Cookie is she is absolutely using the social element of the Donny Chaingang and the Wow Chaingang as part and parcel of her recovery, because that social side, that mental side of your recovery is absolutely crucial as well, whether you're coming back from an operation, whether you're coming back from an injury, whether you're coming back from an illness. Absolutely essential to feel part and parcel of something, and the Donny Chaingang and the Wow Chaingang is there for absolutely everybody to use as they need. And if all you need is to come on and have a ride, then absolutely fantastic. If actually what you want to do is come on and have a blast and see how you can go, brilliant as well.
Now, a number of people say they can't get on the feed. You can, but due to a minor technical error, yes, you are all on it's actually labelled as a Wow Chaingang tonight, just because the settings haven't changed themselves over for some stupid, crazy reason. Don't ask me why. Because I changed them literally before I pressed go live. It is indeed listed as a Wow. So, do you know what? We'll change it afterwards. The wonderful powers of YouTube Edit allow us to go afterwards. Now, I'm in identifying as a Wow. Yes.
Excellent. Are they going to talk about cake and gin?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the riders. I think it's mandatory on the Wow to talk about cake and gin. Let's have a little look.
I don't think it's mandatory on the Donny Chaingang to talk about cake and gin. I think it's about staying with the bear.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So let's see how our riders roll. I think they're all looking good at the moment. Just in with Beefy from Cycleways. Aaron, quick, lose 59 kilos. You might need to. Good to have got Greg Booker on, a rider you know well, Emma.
Yeah, indeed. It is great to see Greg, and it's fantastic to see someone heading to university after having a brilliant time racing as a youth and a junior, heading to university, spending some time at university, doing other things, and then coming back to racing and hill climbing particularly, and doing phenomenally well and using the Donny Chaingang as part and parcel of that. So fantastic to see Greg. And it's also been great to see Fiona, his sister, also phenomenal on a mountain bike, one of the best technical young female riders I've seen. No longer really a young female rider, but a grown-up woman. Also returning to cycling, but not onto the mountain bike, though she may well be out mountain biking, and I know she has been, but returning to racing on the road, and some great results locally as well for her.
Yeah, great to see Fiona working the bike and riding the bike well. She's been having a great summer of success as well, hasn't she? So great to see. Now, let's jump across to our bear, to the one and only. Maybe he's Mama Bear tonight, not Papa Bear, since I've got Wow on there. It is going to be Russ Downing. 4 watts per kilogram wind up then, says Mr. Garfer. Yeah, no. Let's try and get a view of Russ. Know. Here we go, having a little look. Fiona Butker will soon be back on the MTB season.
Looking forward to that, I'll tell you. Is there a little inside moment into who's just joined the Gritty race team?
Oh, could well be. That would be giving the game. I don't know. I mean, your speculation.
I am speculating,
but that would be
so
that there was
good.
a potential move coming from certainly Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, who's potentially going to move to the Gritty race team.
Well, I was a bit concerned because Tim's been out training and telling me he wants to get back into training. I was a bit concerned he'd seen they were advertising.
Well, I don't know. My goodness, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Okay, so it's really easy. Stay round yellow, stay round yellow, stay round yellow. That is key, and that will keep you all in the right place. Looks like everybody good on the way heading out. Good to see we have got Dr. D on board. I'm just going to take a little bit of a roll back here. Looks like Mally Taylor is just dead in the water at the moment. He's not going anywhere on our screens. Hopefully he'll get his internet back. So Keith Richardson just sat on the back at the moment, one of our stalwarts of the Chaingang in or outdoor. I'm not going to say in real life because everybody's in real life riding. An avatar can't move unless a person's moving it. I'm going to say indoors and outdoors chain gangs. That's a better way of doing it. So it's going to be Ven and Tracy and Keith, key proponents of the outdoors. Of course, we've also got Andrew Edwards, who I'm looking for on our screens at the moment to try and see if he's in the gang as well tonight, who's also helping with the Tuesday nights. Now, Tuesday nights was a cracking ride. It's a big ring gig and great to see. Now, Russ was missing last week. He was down at the Velodrome for Great Ormond Street. And Russ doing the business for Downey Cycling once again. Don't forget downeycycling.com on the way through. So going to be interesting to see how Russ adapts back into riding. Good to see that we've got Lane in here from the CAMS squad, just tucked in to the middle. Chris Ball on board. Good to see Chris on here. And going to see the riders. So we've got Matlock as well. We've got Keith Johnson here, Simon Oxenham. Looks like Tracy. Speaking of people who are all part and parcel of making it happen, Tracy Seeley, the Terminator 2 T2. Although I do believe Maddie Smith, the original Terminator, was on the gang yesterday.
No, not yesterday, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good to see.
Indeed. It was good to see Maddie Smith, one of our real legends of not just cyclists, but also of the gang. Now, Vin Donahoe on here. Vin in the grey there, the Downey Cycling. Clearly got the best bike and kit for this. Not gone for the lazy option of choosing a Tron bike. He's gone for a nice fast set of wheels and a fast frame as well. You can see he's on that grey S-Works with the deep rim on the front, disc wheel on the back. Nice bit of kit there, and a very fast setup on this course. Emma, on this course, what bike would you choose on here, given that this is, it's a real mixed course, isn't it?
It is a real mixed course, but it's a really fast course. And I would be going for a very aero type setup because it's not a hilltop finish, so you haven't got to worry about a final climb. It's a very, very fast running and highly likely to be a sprint into the finish. So you want that fast machine. So quite a number of riders have got quite a fast setup tonight. There's a number of Trons evident. Obviously the kit you've got depends upon the level you're at. So a number of riders going with the Tron, which may well help them through the rolling section a little bit. But other than Titans Grove, they really are rollers rather than climbs.
They are. I would imagine that your Aeonian teammate down in here is going to be on aero bike and disc wheels. She was yesterday. Took a third place. It was an Aeonian 1-2-3 on the Wow Chaingang. And you weren't even involved in that one.
I was Red Beacon yesterday.
You were indeed. It was brand new signing. So for those of you who have watched the Chaingang over the course of last season on the Donny Chaingang and the Wow Chaingang, the Women Only Wednesdays, you'll know that there is a certain Jo Blackburn.
She's good.
She isn't half good. She's very, very quick. And Jo has now signed to the Aeonian race team
it's
on
like we're
Zwift.
hoovering them up.
You are the Shibden CC of Zwift, basically, because you're just signing up everybody.
Well, Claire Richardson, I'll tell you, is no slouch either.
No, she's not. And she took third place. It was, in fact, if I remember correctly, Blackburn from Torrey from Richardson.
Yes.
Cool.
I think Tracy had a good ride last night as well, though,
Tracy
didn't she?
had a flyer, and she keeps on putting out
She keeps having
good
some
rides.
really good rides.
Yep, absolutely flying a much around. Now, the chat with Russ on there, all about the Great Ormond Street event that he was at. He was there. There was Russ, there was Dean, and there was a certain Mark Cavendish.
Well, I think I saw video footage of Russ and Dean back on the Madison handling.
Did you indeed?
Yeah.
Has it, Russ, tell us, because I know Russ is watching the feed tonight. I don't know whether he's listening. Russ, if you're listening, how was it doing a Madison handling with Dean after all this time? Because it must be a while since you've done it. Or did you practice it beforehand? Did you go out on the road and practice it? That would be very, very interesting indeed. One man who doesn't need a handling is the kid in here. Mark Cavendish, great guy when he's not getting pulled from pillar to post by the press. I would imagine that his life is He's a major, major celebrity, not just within the cycling world these days. A full celebrity family. Right, on the way through, these riders looking good. G would smash the track, he would. He's a big unit, is G. At the moment, made our way through the tunnels and out. Now, quick preview for you, because we are on our way along. We're just in... on the way through here, just taking a little look up to Russ. We're going to try and find Russ, or Neil, or the man from Gritty. You can use our multiple means of doing so. Emma, you've got some Gritty kit, haven't you?
I do have some Gritty kit. I have a very nice summer jersey that looks from a distance like it's polka dot, but it's not. It's got little worlds on it, which is absolutely fantastic, and I love that, particularly when it's really hot. So when it's really hot in the summer, that is absolutely lovely. But across the household, we've got many different Gritty kit items. I have to say, I'm gonna be a little washerwoman type here. The t-shirts and the sweatshirts wash really well.
Okay.
I mean, you've got one of the original Pretty Gritty t-shirts.
I was wearing it yesterday, in fact.
And I have to say, you have had that since literally the week Gritty came out, when they were Pretty Gritty, and you are still wearing it week in, week out, and it still looks seriously good. We've got hoodies and we've got sweatshirts and we've got all sorts of things in the house, and I have to say, the off-the-bike kit and the on-the-bike kit are both fantastic.
Neil says he's modelling the globes right at this moment in time.
Oh, yeah,
Very
that's
good,
the one.
Neil.
I've got the bright blue one with the globes. It's fantastic.
It is indeed. It's a good kit. I'm just trying to find Neil from the Crosscast from Gritty. Here he is. And let's just give you a quick preview as we make our way in and round. So, just so that you know what we're going to get up to in a little way, as we come in through Vegas, we are going to be on with a prize draw. And whilst the riders are on the way in and through, this is what we're going to be spinning. We are going to be spinning away this wheel on its way round. It's going to be having a little bit of a spin. We're going to be giving away a second prize of £100 voucher. We're going to be giving away first prize £150 voucher. Don't forget, if you're a member, there's 20% discount at gritty.co.uk. Don't forget, if you want to join, then you can jump on board. Join as on the Members Tuesday. DCG, it's members only. You get the discounts, giveaways, and all of the links to your email inbox as well. We'll be spinning that wheel in a little while, and that is for the Gritty kit. And got to say a massive thank you to the team at Gritty down there who have supported the Chaingang for a long, long time. Now, the riders on the way in and through, and going to take a right-hand turn here, head into towards Titans, and then it's back through Titans all the way, isn't it, before we drop down towards the line?
It is.
Go
all
back
the way
round again.
Yeah, and then we go back round again.
Excellent.
I'll tell you what, let's go round again.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, let's have should we have a spin of a wheel? Should we give away some money?
Oh, are you doing one giveaway per lap?
Well, we're going to be doing, no, we might do two this lap. Because,
okay,
I don't
sounds
know
like a plan.
I don't know when he's going to call when the
you never know.
the 3 Gs and 3 Os will go.
You just don't know, do you?
No. So, I tell you what, let's bring back the screen. Here we go. Let's find the prize door screen. Okay, we're going to spin this. Now, all of our members who donated, all of our under 18 members, all of our yearly members, and all of our members for November are on that wheel somewhere. We're going to give it a spin. When the wheel stops, we will give away our first prize. Let's do the first prize first of
£150 in vouchers for Gritty.
Yep, at gritty.com.
Great prize.
Gritty.co.uk. So, let's hit the button. This will automatically stop. I'm not going to touch a thing. Here we go. And it's away. So, who will be winning £150? Don't forget, guys, if you support the people who support your sport, down at the bottom on the right-hand side of that screen, you are supporting not just us, but the Chaingang, but all those people who live, breathe, sleep, dream cycling. and are there putting their money where their mouth is and supporting the events. Gritty doing that time and time again. Today's Gritty first prize winner of £150 voucher is going to be, I think it's going to be Andrew McCarthy. Andrew, congratulations. Well done, buddy. There we go. Andrew McCarthy, the winner of our very, very first prize on today's prize draw. Congratulations to Andrew McCarthy. Brilliantly done. Now is the mission to find Andrew McCarthy.
He's there! He's on the ride!
Woohoo! Excellent. That's what we want to see. Now all I've got to do is find him on the ride, which takes some doing. While simultaneously, if only I could just search just instantly on an app, wouldn't that be really good? He's there. Are you ready? Let's have a look. Andrew McCarthy. We are watching Andrew. He's all in black at the moment.
Have you got
there's a Gritty kit like that? Yeah,
well,
I have.
Yeah.
Indeed, he's there.
And will he go for a pair of bib shorts? Will he go for a base layer? Will he go for a Flandrian thermal long sleeve jersey? A Sunrise Leaves short sleeve jersey. Now that would look pretty good in the summer. Will he go for a showerproof graphic because
it
is
in
wet?
Black. There is a black Gritty kit which looks really
good. There is
good.
indeed,
got that.
and I think he may well be going for that type of kit. That is an option. He's going to be kitted out.
Indeed. So don't forget, you've got a 20% discount voucher. Everybody on the gang, everybody who's a member of the DCG gang, the Donny Chaingang Supporters Club, you have the option of spending your money with the people who support your sport and getting a massive, whopping, humongous 20% discount. Please do make the most of it. Please don't feel embarrassed to use it or think that it costs us money. It doesn't. We want you to do it. The more you use it, the more that we can get it out there. A black kit sounds great. Apart from, of course, if you're out at night time in the dark with no lights on. But you should be able to wear whatever you want when you're out riding your bike. I have some black kit that I really like. I use it where it's very bright and everything around me is very bright. And the other thing of time I use it is when I'm out on the road or sat on the turbo. Or sometimes I even use all black kit out on the mountain bike. Today I'm just dressed all in black and brown mud splats. I've been quite literally getting gritty.
You've been getting gritty.
I have been getting down with the grit today.
Oh, there we go.
And the clay and the soil. And
well, Andrew is going to be very busy on that gritty website soon.
I'm sure he will, but he's not the only one. He's got £150 to spend. We have a second prize which will be coming up. We will give away that second prize, and we may well do that as we approach the pens as we come in through. We maybe even do it as go up over the top. At the moment, the group looking good. The gang is all together. If we zoom in, you can see it's not bad, is it?
Well, it's looking a little bit like, I was going to say spaghetti, but you know.
It's what sort of spaghetti?
It's a bit of a stretch. More like tagliatelle.
It's like tagliatelle.
Yeah, but then, the issue with Sandra Sequoia's first time round is indeed this rolling section. You've really got to try and stay in the group. And
at the moment, I think you saw Yellow Beacon Russ, who's being dropped on the rolls. Mr. Whitehead with a power out on the way through. Oh, no, mate.
We had so many of those last night.
You have, right, if you get power out, drop out, join back in again. You still have 8 minutes or so. 7.5 minutes now of late join. 7.5 minutes of late join. Rejoin Mr. Whitehead. I know he's not watching. Can somebody please, if you are watching, put him a message up to drop out and go for the late join. So Andrew Whitehead, drop out late join. He's not watching the feed. We know that for a fact. So please, 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 if you're there, somebody type a message fast for Andrew Whitehead to drop out and then rejoin. Now, this is the second of our groups on the road. It's currently our Yellow Beacon group. Just being distance on those roller coasters. The gap opened up. They're now having to fight to get back into it. Looks like we've got a few people with tech issues tonight. Just rolling around sideways.
That late join is absolutely crucial for moments like this.
It is indeed. And you've got just sort of 30 minutes ago. Now, I heard in the background a wildlife sound there. And I know, Emma, you were out doing some social media for the Donny Chaingang today. It didn't quite sound like that on your sound effects.
Well, you know, I just happened to find... No, I think that's a dinosaur. That's not a bear. That is all I can say. That's a dinosaur, not a bear. They make very different noises.
Ewan Campbell, don't worry, guys. I pulled Russ back in.
Excellent.
I know. Interesting to see Mr. Drabble off the back. Nobody worries about Big Drabble being off the back.
Well, there are.
Do you wonder why? It's because he's super, super, super.
Ah. Look at that Diplodocus in the background. When do you get to see prehistoric animals?
Every time I walk downstairs and see our current house guest in France of Donny Chaingang, got one of the true dinosaurs. Although he's a hard-working dinosaur today. Well, Ian, he's here helping us out at Full Party events at the HQ.
That noise is my bed. I know. Is the Donny Chaingang a pre-dinner or a post-dinner issue? If it's a pre-dinner ride, you know, then the concept of being hungry whilst riding is a real issue.
Aaron Cooley, that was. Aaron is one of those riders who really has medicine. Now, let's have a look for Dave Fulton. We're slowly working my way up to the front. Having a little look, Mr. Hutchiner, Greg Booker in there, Mr. Wallace, Chris Ball, the Chris on here. Aaron Cooley, there we go. Dropped on by accident to Aaron. I tell you something, this man has made life difficult for a lot of the riders. Really interesting ride on Tuesday on the DCG members only. Really interesting. Been very interesting to see him and how he's going, because he was top 3, I think, again on Tuesday.
There we go.
I think Pete Drabble, Aaron Cooley, and I think, I wait for someone to correct me, but I think it might well have been Mr. Lindley.
Yeah.
Simon Oxham, take gremlins up for him. There's a lot of people with issues. Now, Tom Lindley in here with his kit. Top 2 for Aaron Cooley. He was second.
There we go.
Well done, Aaron. Good stuff, buddy. Riding strongly on a Tuesday. We might get you quick and fast. We love the success stories of people who have been out and riding on the gang. Aaron is one of the most consistent finishers. Indeed, Vin, he is. Another recruit, I suspect, of Vodka and Tonic, a.k.a. Vin and Tracy, and the gang, the Mansfield sort of side of town. So, Elliot tucked in here. He's definitely not Mansfield side of town. The man with the Dutch flag to the side there, residing over there. Just see that Manny Taylor's back in again, rolling along nicely. Eddie Dench in here as well. Eddie back on the bike, riding strong. Matt Nunn, our official lap scorer, unofficial. He's unofficially our unofficial lap scorer.
Hold on a minute. He's unofficially
your
official unofficial lap scorer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been officially titled the unofficial lap scorer. Unofficially.
I think I'm going to leave that there.
It's probably a good idea.
I know. So.
Confused.com.
Completely and utterly.
Excellent. Job done. Right, and my job here is done. See you. Bye. I'm off. Hang on. There we go.
Officially unofficial or unofficial officially?
Just threw me,
officially unofficial.
Officially. There you go. Officially unofficial. There you go. Matt Nunn, our officially unofficial lap scorer. It's always nice to know. You've got to say something controversial, you know people are watching. One man who I'm really pleased to see back in the gang is Dr. D. Ron Dubash is back with us again. Good to see you, sir. One of our riders who's a regular on the Chaingang. Just been MIA in a little while. Haven't seen Booker's name in a while. Chance to take Drabble's crown. That's a good question. Greg, are you on form? He's looking. Is he looking mean, lean and mean? He's looking pretty good. They're up on the front. The gang just rounding these turns. They're not going silly numbers here. It's just starting to stretch people off the back a little bit. But do too much work too soon, and you're going to be in trouble a little bit later on.
Yeah, it is those tricky rollers on this course that really keep the stretch and the, you know, that exaggeration as you go up and over the top, and the acceleration really does pick up that momentum. And keeping on the back, if there's a little gap, it just extends.
It does. It just stretches over the top. Just try and have a little look, see who's just off the back. Now, on that pink Tron bike, could well be that is Simon Martin, or Simon Oxenham, in fact, I suspect. Just going to take a little bit of a run. Martin is on the pink bike. Looks like Drabble still distance out the back, having to work hard here. I think he's doing a workout at the back, to be honest.
Well, whatever's going on, don't forget there's 1 minute left to rejoin.
Indeed.
If you've got tech issues, this is the time.
I tell you who's on a good ride here, because looks like Rob James. Now, Rob has been getting better and better, quicker and quicker each ride. He has been right in there. The riders in the bunch just on the descent. They've only just hit that descent. Rob James about to hit the summit, going really well on here. Andrew Whitehead with tech issues just coming up on the side of Rob James. They're ahead of Miss Cookie. Miss Cookie behaving herself, not even chasing the Velociraptors, which would be a Miss Cookie thing to do. As the main bunch are on the descent down here, it's a very quick run down, isn't it?
It is indeed, and it really rolls, and it rolls quick as it sweeps through. You know, they're already up over 60 kilometres an hour as it just starts to tip again up into the next sweeping bend, and down they go.
So the riders just making their way through. You can just see the yellow beacon coming in through the trees, taking these tight turns here. This pack just about 100. Going to get distance now, though. You're in trouble. You got to really squeeze over the rollers at the back, and not squeeze over the rollers if you are on the front, and that way the bunch will come together.
Yeah, so currently, I'm just going to mention here, well, we got 16.6 kilometres now under the wheels. They're going to go through the end of lap 1 at 22.6 kilometres because of the lead-in.
Okay.
Yep, and that'll leave them 20.2 kilometres until the finish line.
Okay,
so
which of course is the Rock Arch. It's the official Rock Arch. And then we have the warm down to the Blue Banner, traditional Donny Chaingang.
Can I just mention, the bear just fell out of the tree.
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah.
I always miss the bear falling out of the tree. It's not good. Did anybody else see the bear fall out of the tree? Because I missed it. Everybody else is glued to the wheels. I'm glued to the mouse and the keyboards. And Emma's glued to the screens. Between a lot of us, we should hopefully have it covered. Now, just going to drop to the back, see where Mr. Drabble is. He's still not got back on yet. Nobody's still not bothered. He's just making his way in through. Yep, Vin Donahue saw it as well. It was on the left-hand side. Now, Gareth Mason, the Fat Cyclist, better, yes, but missing more than 100 watts from FTP.
I'm always missing 100 watts from my best FTP.
Is bear falling out of tree a euphemism, Matt? No, it's not.
No, it really happened.
A euphemism for what?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really want to know.
No.
Let's not go there. This is a family show. I deliberately take the no, it's not made for kids a bit, but it could be watched by some. Here we go. The rider's on the way down here. The rider is Mr. Drabble, who we are with. He's still chasing. He's about 6 seconds off the back of the bunch. They can't see him coming at the moment. Excellent. Neil found rewound the feed.
You found the bear.
That's impressive. I can't do that. If I did that, we. Yeah, no, we haven't. It didn't work. Only the audio goes backwards. Okay, so Hudson on descent, still got Mr. Drabble off the back now by 6 seconds. Meanwhile, on the descent they're going. Interesting that Gareth Mason's lost 100. That's a bit like me losing 1 or 2 watts, because Gareth's got like hundreds to spare anyway. Okay. Mr. Mason, it'd be okay in a month, he's sure. Gareth, you're more than welcome if you need a riding partner to come up to Eckington and find us in a little while. You can come down to France, but we're not actually going to be here all that much longer. It will make you faster, guarantee it. Coming down riding here, either that or we'll break here, using you as a label, one or the other, or maybe even both. So we've achieved that this week. So into the lava fields, into the mud flats, into the volcanic springs we go. In with Brett Dowtree coming in and through. Still Drabble chasing on the back of the pack. He's almost made the junction here. We're going to just roll our way sort of to the back of the group. I'm hoping I can get there before he actually jumps on. Here he comes. So he's got the bunch in his sights. I think we might choose the moment that Pete Drabble gets onto the back of the group to have a spinning wheel of fortune and celebrate the return of Pete Drabble to the bunch. That's not going to be celebrated by anybody else. I'll tell you what, to cheer everybody else up, because Pete Drabble has made it back to the bunch. Pete will be very happy. I'm not sure the other contenders for the win will be. Let's give away some more great goodies to members of the DCG gang. A quick reminder that the Donny Chaingang is only possible because of the members of the DCG gang, the Donny Chaingang Supporters Club. DCG gang is only possible because they are looked after by the members of our commercial team. The commercial sponsors, supporters who are out there, you can see them on the bottom of your screen, 1080 for your Oakleys, the best prices and the best service on your Oakleys from Ian Taylor. From Goodyear Tyres, Shelley Childs over at Cambion Tyres for Goodyear Tyres, and of course tyres from Continental with a 30% discount. Shall I repeat that? 30% discount. Halo Wheels. Now, also with great discounts looking after our members, 10% all through the season, 20% in Halloween in October. We've got Nonna's going to be looking after the members in the new year, and you need to watch this space because we have something a little bit special planned for that as well. And of course we have OTE looking after all the members in December. A quick heads up, if you are planning on having a Christmas purchase or a New Year purchase or a purchase at any points of OTE, make sure you do it in December if you're a member from DCG gang. I'm not saying any more.
Haha, save up and wait to buy your OTE kit just for a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer. Now, as we're going to make our way in through, just before we go around to complete the first lap here, let's just get ready to jump across. I know Russ just pinged up the date of the Sportive he's working on with the team. With one of the teams of Sportive events. He's going to be just getting those dates up on the screen whilst that starts to make its way on. We can't really hesitate much longer. Just going to keep an eye on the message board and just see if Russ gets the date up real quick. And if he doesn't, then we'll go straight into the draw. Just been stuck watching Mr. Drabble for a little while because we don't want to jump across out of the screen.
October the 12th.
So there you are, October the 12th for the Russ Downing Design Sportive. Make sure you're there, be there, or be square-wheeled. Right. Okay. Time to get ready. Are you ready, Emma?
Da, 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 da.
It's on the screen. This is your gritty wheel of fortune. This is going to reward another person. Our first place winner, member of the DCG gang, the people who make it happen for all of you who are not members, who don't donate. Guess what? You need to say thanks to these people, the people on your screen, on that wheel, because they are the people who make it happen. We are going to give away another £100. First place went to Andrew McCarthy. He was our first place winner. Here we go. And they're off. Now, if Andrew were to come up again, A, it would show that it's utterly random, but B, would just spin it again, because I like the sound it makes. Do you like the ticker?
No, it's not unpleasant.
Says the woman who's got all sorts of weird noises to send her to sleep. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. It's on its way round. Who's it going to stop on? Which of the members is going to get £100 voucher to spend at gritty.co.uk? Oh, no, it's Matt Nunn, it's not going to be you. I think.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
Keith Richardson.
Keith is on the ride tonight. Keith Richardson, congratulations, sir. You are going to get a £100 voucher to spend at Gritty. It was ticking round. It always, if it's in doubt, keeps on spending that little bit more. And it's Keith Richardson who's going to get our £100 voucher from Gritty. So Keith and Andrew, we will be in touch. Congratulations to Keith Richardson.
But let's not forget, everybody, all members, 20% discount from Gritty this month in November.
Indeed. And Keith Richardson, of course, doing loads and loads of stuff for the Donny Chaingang and for the members. So it's always nice when that goes on its way. So congratulations to Keith Richardson for taking the second prize there of £100. And let's hope, well, we'll see what he's going to spend it on. Don't forget, of course, if you are a winner on the DCG gang, we'd really love it if you can do us a favour. And it's really simple. If you are on social media, please tag in Gritty. Please tag in Donny Chaingang. Please tag in Full Speed Events. Really important, please, guys. If you could do that, we'd really appreciate it. Even better, get some pictures up there, send it round. The Chaingang works because we have people on there. So it is now 1 lap to go. Keith Richardson is our current prize winner, and Matt Nunn, bit like Rayman, indeed, one of my favourite films.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh my gosh.
Do like it. It's good. Come on, Dustin Hoffman.
No.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Social justice issues, mental health issues. It's a great film.
No, I didn't like it.
Come on. You'll be telling me you didn't like Top Gun next.
It was alright.
Just 'cause it's got Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, but whose version?
I
I like
don't
the
know.
book. Anyway.
I love him, Matt Nuns. Also, I'm also an excellent driver. Yes, Matt. Excellent. 100% Rayman. You tell me next you can count cars the same. That'd be impressive. Have you won a fortune? You shouldn't give a plot away in case somebody's not watched it. It is worth a watch. Even if Emma doesn't like it, I promise you.
I don't like a lot of films though, so you know, don't take any notes of me.
No comment.
That's not quite right, is it?
Don't take any notice of you. Just say nothing.
I mean in your film choices.
Oh, okay. So, a massive thank you. Let's get back to the subject that we at some point been on. A massive thank you to Caroline and Neil from Gritty for supporting the Chain Gang, for supporting the members of the Chain Gang, for looking after the riders. I know I actually managed to miss today. I was missing recording the Crosscast this week. We were due to record the next episode. There's words in there somewhere, not all necessarily
There is,
right
not
order.
in the right order.
So we were due to record the next episode of the Crosscast this week. However, we can't do it because everybody's been busy. So it's going to be next week.
Yes.
There'll be a bumper edition because we're going to have a lot to talk about. And it's going to be really entertaining. So a massive thank you to Neil for their support from Gritty of this. Of course, Gritty sponsor and support the XCC, the short track mountain bike series of last year at the XC, the National XC Series, and been supporting the National Trophy Cyclocross Series, and have been in person at loads and loads of events as well.
There's a good question for you. Gritty do indeed support the short track, but we don't see, other than the short track that is attached to the XCO discipline at the World Cups, we don't see any UK riders at the XCE, at the Eliminator version World Cups. That would be a good thing, I think.
No, if anybody fancies being the sole British representative at the World Cup, the Mountain Bike XCE World Cup, and you want to know how to get there, who to talk to, please get in touch.
Yes.
We have supported the team at the XCE. It's one of the parts of the racing, because we do try and support not just the Donny Chaingang, not just the WOW Chaingang, not just some of our local events, but also the some of the lesser known disciplines in the World Cup. XCE, that would be really good.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Neil, if you've got a few people around that I know could be very good, get them on there. We can put you in touch. It could be phenomenal.
Yeah, indeed. I can actually think of a rider who'd be really, really good at that. But that's by the by. I'm not going to say anything. And you have to be good at racing for about a minute and a half.
Yep, 2 minutes max.
Okay, there you go. It's my kind of racing, 2 minutes.
With some fab technical sections in between.
Yeah, maybe not so good at that bit. Maybe not so good at the fab technical bits. So I can't do the doubles.
If anyone's not watched the World Championships that was now, 2 weekends ago?
Something like that, Plankaraya.
Yep, from Indonesia. It was absolutely brilliant, and you can find that on YouTube.
And you might even hear a familiar voice in there, not mine.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
That's how I know it was really exciting.
It was really good.
It was phenomenal. The 2 finals, oh my goodness.
Yeah, really excellent stuff. Now, speaking of finals, we must be getting in towards the finale of the ride, because guess what? We are ticking towards the G time. G time is not Gareth Mason. It is not time for Gummy Bears. It is the 3 Gs and 3 Os. Absolute key that when you get those, that you remember that there are no limits. It is all about going as fast as you want once those words are said by the one and only Yellow Beacon. Russell Downing. Russell will be calling that, not quite sure when.
No, but it's interesting, isn't it? Because all of a sudden the chat gets less.
It does, doesn't it? You notice that like nobody's typing anything on the keyboard.
They're looking at it going, 45 minutes.
And here we go. It's go, 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 go time. Go, 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 go.
That's
Who
it.
was that?
They're off. It
Who was
is
that?
indeed go, go, go.
Go, 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 go. It's my best Murray Walker impression.
Was it?
Yeah.
There you go.
One of my great commentary heroes. Got a few.
Yeah.
Murray Walker, one of them. A man who commentates like his pants are on fire. Absolutely loved Murray Walker's commentary. I've got a few others
Really
as well.
interesting man as well, actually.
Very
Anybody wants to
interesting.
listen to his autobiography, it is well worth a listen.
Oh my goodness, there you go. That's from Emma, not Podcast Addict Matt, but that's from Emma. Right, Go 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 is gone. In the best Murray Walker, there's...
Excuse me, but how come we've got people taking coffee breaks at this point in time? Surely that is cheating.
Oh, she went there. She went there. She said that. She said the coffee break words when the 3 Gs has been called. Oh my God. You do not know what you have just done. Shame them. Honestly.
I never even thought anybody would deploy that tactic.
Oh my goodness. Emma, what have you started?
Sorry. Is this a new thing?
No, it's not a new thing, but it was a new thing, and then it wasn't a new thing because everybody got basically publicly bullied about using
Well, I'm
them.
not surprised. But then I suppose this is a game, isn't it? And in a game, you can use any of the tools available. And actually, it's a tactic.
Yeah, but if it was, but there are some unwritten rules, like all
Well,
cycle
yeah,
disciplines.
it would be my unwritten rule that really, I'm just amazed. I couldn't believe I saw them.
I'm so desperate to say that people using the coffee breaks to take in the, yeah, that word. But then they're meant for quite literally taking the, P, not for doing it metaphorically. So yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I think I opened a can of worms.
Yeah, you did, and that now means that everybody will be playing back the footage trying to work it out. But you know what? Gold blenders know the mellow blend. Do you know anybody who takes a coffee break after the go-go
Those
goes?
adverts were funny.
I'll tell you something. When anybody takes a coffee break, once go-go go's gone, they should be made to drink a cup of mellow bland. You know what?
Mellow
which one?
bland or mellow blend?
No, mellow things with little.
Yeah,
That's
I know
the one.
exactly. Mellow
Yeah,
birds.
Russ
That's
said
it, Russ.
If you are with Mellow Birds and want to take take something called, don't do me because I just said Mellow Bland. That's a different thing altogether. Honest, Gov. Right. Anyway.
Good God, camps. That's something my mum used to put in cakes to flavour them when I was a kid.
What? I've never heard of that.
Have you not?
Is it a southern thing?
I don't know. It's like a weird coffee substitute thing.
So you could argue so is Mellow Birds. Certainly, if you're used to your your rocket espresso machine and you get a whole load of stuff, then guess what? You will be thinking it's very different. Right, okay. Let's have a little check through. Let's see who has paid the price now that the oomph has been put in. Mr. Whitehead and James are in there. Chicory coffee, anyone? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're long past that. Brett Dowtree, John Gale and Mr. Flynn. So, Brett, you've got John Gale and Jim Flynn just in front. Two very, very good riders. Be worth trying to jump in with them. Or, if not, Mr. Whitehead and James, not all that far behind. Looks like Molly Taylor currently just distance behind a group of three. This is going to be Lloydie, it's going to be Dedge and Cornish. So that is, I think that is going to be Abigail Cornish. If I've got the right Cornish, I'm going to just do a double check. Not necessarily. I'm just trying to work out who is in this. Is it Lee Lloyd who is with us here? It is, it's Lee. So Lee Lloyd, Adi Dedge, Lee Lloyd in the blue, Adi Dedge in the red, and then it is going to be Alan Cornish, who's in the got a red triangle pointing at his bum. There you go. Age related, that's got to be for the Chicory Champs coffee thing. Anyway, bit further up the road, down tops in here, we've got Bobby Mason and Mr. Wallace in here as well. So looks like Nigel Wallace tucked on the front, Darren Topless in here, Bobby Mason, of course, one of the nicest guys in cycling in this group. Now they are looking to close down on Keith Hayward. Then it's going to be Carl Johnson. Carl just trying to power on to Mr. Brewer. Meanwhile, up at the very front, well,
come on, Tracy, dig, dig, dig. Jump back on, jump back in.
And I'm going to need to push now if you're at the back, because this group on the front are absolutely motoring at the moment. You can just see nice on the front. They're going to come rolling through. This is the first chance to really wind it up as we hit the slopes. We're going up onto the climb, and I tell you something, I know who's heading up towards the front here. It's the one and only Pete Trouble. He's at it again. He's going for it, but he's got Booker, Oxenham, Cooley, Oliver, Holwell, Lindley, and McCarthy on the way up there.
The question is, do you think if Russ had let this go early before Drabble had got back on, he would still be in this position?
Yes, of course.
Wow.
Pete Drabble, I've got to say, all of that front group, everybody, anyone who's up near the front group, basically, it's what I always say about the chain gang. You basically are a pro, should have been a pro, have been a pro, or are maybe going to be a pro.
There you go.
But basically, that is the level of riding up near the front. Now, at the moment, it is Drabble who's leading this out. Isaac Oliver from the Yombun crew. He's always very distinctive because guess what? He's got that flat cap on. He's on the wheels of Drabble. Then it's Lindley in the Lamprey by pink and blue. Looks like Greg Booker. He's the rider with the yellow trombite there, tucked in fourth wheel. Cooley at the moment, just hanging on. Come on, Aaron, get in those wheels, son. You've got to keep pushing now. Tom Elliott having a squeeze. So is Harry Hudson, Samuel Taylor, Simon Oxenham. This is such an elite group. Wayne Bart right in the mix. Now, Wayne is a phenomenal rider riding in the World Gravel Champs. To tell you something,
yeah.
He's a rider who could be right in the mix. Dale Williams, we know of old, has got some absolutely stunning power. You've got Pearson, Muncaster, Leach in here. Russ is hanging in with this group as well. McCarthy's in here. Barker's not far off. Keith Richardson's not far off the pace. But all of this being led out that front group. At the moment, it's Drabble still keeping that pace high. This is going to make life difficult for everybody behind. And this is about being smart now. Booker sits in the wheels. There's no point burning yourself out. We've got a long way to the summit of this climb, Emma. And you've raced this course. You've led this on the way of Chain Gang. When you've had to go, and you're on your way up here, it's getting the rhythm right on these rollers that really, really counts, isn't it, on the way up?
Oh, yeah, completely. It's absolute technique on these rollers as well. And I'm watching Greg Booker at the moment, and his cadence at the moment is flitting between 100 and 105 as he rolls through these at the moment. So Booker's tactic here is to use cadence, which is a really good one. in those rollers. Now look at that, completely dropping off his cadence, and now we're back in with Russ. Interesting to compare. Russ here currently at 93 and coming off the power completely at that point in time. So
easing as he hit the front.
He did indeed. He eased. He didn't really want to go through there, but it is indeed interesting to watch how different people ride this section.
Now Wayne Barr just jumping on the back. A nice bridge, Russ, says Dale. Dale still having the ability to type and ride at the same time. This is your leading group. Wayne Barr coming through with Booker, Downing, Elliott, Cooley, Taylor, Lindley, Drabble. It's Hudson in there, Oxenham in there. This is a real select group. When's the next attack going to come? Let's see what the riders are going to do. Just taking a little bit of a look back behind. We're going to try and take a little bit of a check on the group behind here, because this really is interesting to see who is where. This is the Dale Williams group. This is group number 2 on the road. It's going to zoom in here. So group number 2. It's a pretty big group, and there is a big pack coming behind as well. This is going to all come back together. Holwell's in here. He's the rider we're riding with. This is the little bit of a gap that is in there, and they're about to bridge across here. This could be a very, very interesting move across, because we are going to see the junction being made. This is that big chasing group.
Yeah,
this is going to be amazing. Look at this. If they can get on to that group in front, it's only 2 seconds. They've got to really motor it now as they get back onto this group. That is a huge group. Looks like Hutch has got cramp, but he's spinning out. Spin, 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 spin to win at this stage. Meanwhile, we're going back up to the front group. The one reason alone, because we are coming in to the next section, and this is where it's going to really ramp up as you come out past that little turn. That is where the power tends to get put down. 7.2 watts per kilo from Drabble. Oliver is on his wheels. The gaps are opening behind though, Emma.
They are indeed. We're starting to see 1, 2, 3 seconds starting to stretch at the moment. The gradient still heading up as the stretch comes on. Now this is 8 watts per kilo. We just had a response from Booker, but they're holding it high at the front, and it's doing a little bit more stretch to this group, and we're starting to see that gap open a little more to group number 2.
So Cooley, Elliott, Taylor, Downing, Oxenham and Barr are the riders in trouble at the moment. Downing saved a feather flag for this moment. He didn't use it on his previous bridge, but the gap has opened. 5 seconds now, and Downing's going to try and bridge across. This is the second time he's trying to do that.
Well, they're trying to go with him as well. He's going to tow the rest of them over.
It could be the case. I'm not sure they're going to make it, though. That gap is continuing to open. Behind Greg and Booker, you can see the riders chasing. Another dig on the front now. This time, Harry Hudson it is, who's really applying the pressure. Isaac Oliver is trying to go with him, and Drabble is not the rider on the attack. Oh, and look at that. He's gone. Where has he gone? Well, that is really easy. He has ghosted his way out now. Where's he going to reappear? Isaac Oliver has got the front of the group that we can see. Now, it looks to me, there he goes, he pops back in. Interesting move there. So it didn't take him any further up the road. Oliver, Drabble, Hudson, all together. They are your leading 3. Tom Lindley currently in 4. Booker in 5. Taylor in 6. Elliott in 7. Cooley in 8. Barr in 9 after 10, I think. And then it's Oxenham. But this group surely now are chasing for the minor places. It's a phenomenal gap to open so quick. And look at that. That is to Booker. Booker to Oliver is 8 seconds. And this group are coming up to the top of the pass. They have ascended this to the speed I'll be looking to get down it.
Well, they're absolutely motoring at the moment. So Hudson, Oliver and Drabble about to go over the top. They're going to be on the descent. Everybody else will still be climbing behind them.
So here we go. You can just see coming to those pillars on the sat-nav view. There are groups behind. It is Oliver. It's Hudson. It's Drabble over the top. Then it's going to be Lindley. He's going to be riding number 4 to the top of the climb. He's got Booker, Elliott, Oxenham and go behind him. but the only rider who's within touching distance of Lindley is Greg Booker. So at the moment they are 4 and 5. 6th place is going to come from this group. This is the small group of Tom Elliott, Aaron Cooley, Samuel Taylor, Wayne Barr, Russ Downing in there. That's the group that's just gone through. Behind it's going to be Paul Simonite, who is on the climb now. He is heading up another big train of riders. It's Simonite, it's Lachlan Munchester. We've got Holwell, Pearson, Leach, Chopin in there as well. Behind then it's going to be Mr. McCarthy, already a winner tonight of £150 of the kit, alongside second place, first and second.
Look at that, take a shot, absolutely. Hold on 1 minute, there we go. Prize winners with confetti. What more do you need? Yep, Mr. McCarthy and Mr. Richardson up over the top. Congratulations to them. Good job done. Whether or not they take the win on the front, they are absolutely flying. And this is our second group on the road, if not third group, because I think our leaders are on the way down here. There are riders scattered all over the place. Now, this is about keeping the pressure, keeping up there. Looks like Lee just being distanced a little bit further back down, but being given the encouragement there from Campbell. It is about supporting each other. So if you are not in the battle for the win, don't forget though that this is about making sure you have a rider to ride with. Find somebody to ride with, work together, and you will get there a whole lot quicker. As you can see, our 3 riders at the moment leading this out. Isaac Oliver, the Youngboat crew, Harry Hudson and Pete Drabble, the Hubo squad on the way down here. We know Hudson can climb, but we know he can win. All 3 riders having taken wins on the Chaingang before. Who is it going to be? Drabble currently the man to beat with the target on his back. Oliver, though, doing a lot of work well, I'll
here.
tell you, he is doing an awful lot of work at the moment. He's doing no recovery, no micro rests at all being put in by Oliver. It's just a constant pace. Much more variety behind in those watts per kilo.
There is, and interesting to watch Harry Hudson just using that anvil on that descent there, that little bit there, just to get himself back on the.
And watch his heart rate drop.
Yeah, don't be fooled by that beacon out in the distance, that yellow beacon. It's 2 full, if not 3 hairpin bends behind the leaders now. 3 leaders, Isaac Oliver, Pete Drabble and Harry Hudson. 3 very talented riders from the UK who are making their way through their cycling careers. Got a very, very bright future, all 3. At the moment, they're ahead of another young rider who's really coming on leaps and bounds. Tom Lindley, of course. It's not all that long ago when he was first riding on the Chaingang.
Yeah, there you go.
So, slightly older riders behind him, Wayne Barr and Tom Elliott. I won't tell you how old Wayne is, but he's doing a good job there. He might have first vet prize at the moment, but it's going to be an interesting battle, that one.
Well, they'll keep battling right the way to the line as well. And whilst they're looking 40 seconds back, they are from these 3. So these 3 continuing through these sweeping sections. Lindley here, solo chaser at the moment. And it's interesting, that group with Russ is now not far behind.
And they're going to be able to see him just in front. It's Aaron Cooley who's leading that chase at the very, very front of this group, with Samuel Taylor, Tom Elliott, Wayne Barr, Greg Booker and Russ Downing in here. Russ just at the back of this group at the moment. If we go up to Cooley, in with Aaron Cooley, he is the 3R rider with Elliott going over the top of him, and they can see Lindley in front, Lindley in the pink and blue. He's trying to weave, he's trying to stay up there. He's keeping that pace high, and if Lindley is smart now, he's going to just ease enough to get a little bit of a rest, as this group will catch him on the flat if they don't catch him here. So it's now for me about getting some recovery and then jumping in and being ready to go again. He's got that chance because we are nearly down at the bottom.
Well, looking at the 3 at the front, it's, well, I was going to say it's still Oliver on the front, but Drabble just coming up on his side at the moment. So Oliver continuing to work as they are now on the downhill section. This is the final down before the flatland run in.
And when they hit that flat section, they are going to have the run past the pens on the left-hand side. And then we're going to come round, go into that final sprint, and the sprint sign comes at 500 metres to go. Remember, we're finishing Rock Arch. Physical point.
Always longer on the flat than you think.
It feels a long, long way.
It does feel a long, long way.
But we know these guys are class, and they will open it up early. Quite often on this course, it's he who jumps first who wins.
3K to go at the moment.
So here we go. Riders on the way through. 3,000 metres to cover. Drabble, Oliver and Hudson. Let's give you a quick recap of who's who. Harry Hudson on the blue Tron bike with the polka dot gloves and the white helmet. Drabble also on a Tron bike, on the blue Tron bike, but with the Trainer Sharp kit, as you can see, with that blue stripe across his back. Isaac Oliver, well, he makes life a little bit easier for us in the commentary box of you watching, because he's on the bright orange Tron bike, and he's got the flat cap on as well. So those are your three riders in the lead. They should be fighting it out for the finish as they go through past the pens. Drabble leading, Oliver in 2, Hudson in 3. We're going to take a very brief look back before we focus on our leaders again. This is the chasing group. This is group number 2, numbering about 8 riders. Group number 3, well, Holwell is just ahead of a few riders, but groups 3 and 4 are not separated by overly much at the moment. But as we make our way up to the front, our 3 leaders on the way. We're going to need to watch them like hawks because we are coming in towards the finish.
And I'll tell you something, though, that chasing group are coming back. It was out at 30 seconds not that long ago, now down to 17.
And we've got to move by Hudson. Hudson just kicked on at 10 watts per kilo. He's put a little bit of a gap in. Oliver and Drabble are watching each other a little bit here.
Yeah.
They're waiting to respond, and that gap is starting to open out behind. 2 riders now playing their cards close to their chest. It looks like Oliver and Drabble are side by side now. Who's going to go? Oliver's going to go, but Drabble's drums. Look at that. Drabble has jumped. He has gone 15 watts per kilo. Now this is almost a sprint for the finish, but he's having to put this in to try and get across to Harry Hudson. Isaac Oliver now has to chase as well. Harry Hudson's attack was not as brutal. You noticed that?
No, and
not
he's
as
backed
brutal.
off as well because he couldn't hold it for much longer. Still a long way out, you know. Still over 1,000 metres till the finish line.
So Drabble goes over the top of Harry Hudson. Hudson puts in a little bit of a kick, but they're all just dropping back a little bit now. So it's Drabble, Hudson and Oliver. And now Hudson and Oliver are left chasing Drabble. It's changed round on those positions. The gaps are not huge. 3 seconds from Drabble to Hudson. It's only 1 second from Hudson to Oliver. And suddenly the gap goes back out to 40 seconds because they're not messing about any longer. It looks to me like that group behind, they're going to have an interesting sprint into the line. But look at this, it's Pete Drabble with the gap. Will he make it another win? 500 metres to go. He's on his way. Another masterclass. He really answered that attack. He didn't panic when the kick came from Harry Hudson. He waited, he attacked, he put the dig in, but he had the power to stay clear. I think this is going to be Drabble's for the taking. So they're on the way into the line. It's going to be Pete Drabble who's going to win here today. We're going to jump back with the sprint behind because it's Isaac Oliver who's got Harry Hudson coming up on his heels here. This is going to be close. Pete Drabble is approaching the line. Drabble is going to take the win. We're in with Harry Hudson. This is going to come down to a photo finish between these 2 riders. Here they come. Who's going to get it? It's Hudson who gets it from Oliver. What a tight finish. So Pete Drabble is your winner of the Donny Chaingang. Drabble in 1, Hudson in 2, Oliver in 3 behind. This is the run for the line. It's going to be Greg Booker who's going to take 4th place. It's going to be Aaron Cooley who comes through. Oh, it's going to be tight behind. That's a massive sprint between Cooley, Lindley and Oxenham. We're going to let them sort that out as Barr comes through with Taylor. And then Tom Elliott. Looks like Russ Downing on his way into the line. So our yellow beacon on the way in. Always hard as a beacon, isn't it, Emma, to stay with that lead group?
Well, it is, but then obviously, you know, one of the other things is the beacon's job is to control the ride and to get everybody to where they need to be. Sometimes that doesn't mean playing with the front group. Other times, though, it's really good fun.
It is indeed. Now, here we go. Next sprint is coming up. Dale Williams, the man with the power, is on his way to the line. Is he going to take it? Boom! He's on his way through. Then it's going to be Simon Knight, Chopin, and Muncaster, Pearson going through. I think Sharpie and Barker. Oh, it's all over the road. Hope they've got an idea of who was in there, what, where, when, and how. McCarthy on a fantastic ride there. Looking very, very strong as he came in and through. And, of course, a winner of the Gritty prizes for members of the DCG gang. Fantastic riding there.
Came through with Richardson as well.
He did indeed. So Keith Richardson also taking away £100 in that competition. Leach, Howell, nice lock all in and through. Going to just try and work our way back a little bit. It's going to be Spencer the next ride on the way in. Then it's going to be Neil from the Crosscaster. He's got Spencer and Lane in front. I'm loving what Wayne Barr did. Wow, that was tough tonight.
Yeah.
Very good. Good, man. So a massive thank you to Neil and to Caroline from Gritty, who are the people who have looked after the members of the DCG gang. As we see, I think this is our first female finisher in, Claire Richardson from the Aeonian gang. Great ride by Claire to come in and through, and I think that is our first female finisher coming in and through the line. A 42-minute kick to line. Vin Donahoe just coming through with Chris Ball. Dr. D in there. Got Hutch coming through. Clark coming through as well. Matt Nunn. Well, he's on his way to the finish. A frantic finish. Apologies if we don't get everybody coming in. As you can appreciate, they're coming in a little bit thick and fast, even when there are two of us. Good to have you back, Dr. D. Lots of ouchies all over the place, I'm
nice.
sure. Now, our official, unofficial, or is that official, unofficial?
Unofficial lap counter.
It is Matt Nunn on his way. Good to have you on the ride, Matt, and making his way in. Great to see so many people riding with those groups. Dixon Moore's going to be our next rider in. Then it's going to be Darren Topless, who's going to be chased to the line by Tracy Seeley. Tracy coming through second of our female riders on the way into the line. A good ride by Tracy on her third chain gang of the week and probably her 99th ride-on Zwift of the week. As Bailey comes through, then it's going to be Brewer. So a little bit of a gap between Bailey and Brewer. Brewer at 59 seconds down on Bailey, which means we've got a little bit of time to that rock arch at the moment. Not all that much because he's on that long sweeping left-hand bend. Emma, great tactics by Drabble, but great rise by Oliver and Hudson as well. I mean, the future really is bright for riding, isn't it, when we've got people of that calibre up at the front?
Yeah, it is, absolutely, and it was a brave first attack off that group, and then Drabble making the catch and going over the top, but really good racing today, and great riding all the way through the peloton, because, you know, what I thought was really great was the number of catches those group made
they did.
on the course.
They made time after time
they did.
after time.
It was brilliant.
It was indeed. So, a Brewer in and through. Next rider is going to be a Rob Wimble of the Drogan squad. Could see Rob in here. One of the men who has done so much for cycling over the years, including the Notts Derby as Cyclocross Association. Notts Derby, of course, DCXL in full flow for the winter. Now, next sprint coming up, Carl Johnson unleashing his immense power to go clear up
lighting up the road.
I'll tell you something, I'm surprised he didn't melt the tarmac. Carl has got a phenomenal kick on him. He's not a rider I'd ever want to take on. He goes through ahead of Darren Topless, and then it's going to be Wallace coming through. Followed then by Cornish. It will be Mason, and then it's going to be Campbell and Lee Lloyd. So Ewan Campbell and Lee Lloyd will be our next riders in. Bobby Mason on his way, another member of the DCG gang, and Bobby, always great to see Bobby out on the ride on the Donny Chaingang. So Bobby goes in and through now. Ewan Campbell, Lee Lloyd, the two riders on the way in. So this is the kick to the line. We finish at the arch. Is there anything left in those legs? We're seeing some kick up in terms of the power here. They're winding it in, trying to get to that line as fast as possible. It's going to be about this run in. It is so tough running in to the finish. I think it is going to be Campbell who's going to get it first on the RAF CA. So the RAF Cycling Association, the Flyboys go through with Youngton taking that sprint. Lee Lloyd coming through immediately behind. Great riding by Lee, and going to be our third female finisher.
Indeed.
If my maths is correct.
It is indeed correct. Counting tonight.
A rarity. Put the date in your diary,
Well,
folks.
it was only to the number 3.
What comes after that? I don't know.
Well, what comes after that is Hayward here coming in to the finish.
Yep, just coming into that turn. Our helicopter about as much use as a chocolate teapot with the high walls of the gorge here as we come around that sweeping left-hand turn. This is going to be on the loop, if I'm not much mistaken. So, just a quick reminder, whilst we have Keith making his way in towards the line. Don't forget, guys, make sure you support the people who support your sport. You can see them across the bottom of your screen. Make sure, if you want to join the Chain Gang, that you get yourselves in. Now, there's 2 ways to do that. You can join the Thursday Chain Gang. It's free to ride. You don't need to pay a penny. You can register. Really easy to register. 25 hours to 1 hour in front. And to register, all you do is go to buytickets.at/full-speed events. Don't need to buy a ticket, you just need to register. Tickets are free. Then, if you want to donate, best way to do it, most advantageous for you, is to join for the month or to the end of the season. And if you do that, then we give you some massive thank yous, not just our eternal gratitude, but also, of course, the fact that you can then get some great discounts from the people you see across the bottom of your screen, as well as the great giveaways. 20% discount from Gritty, for example, all the way through the season, including their giveaway month here. It's Gritty November with 2 people winning the prizes. A total prize for £250 worth of vouchers from Gritty. They are the people who support your sport. So you can join and get all those discounts, and almost as importantly, get all the links sent direct to your inbox. So if you have joined, a massive thank you. If you're going to join, thank you very much. If you can't afford to join, don't worry. There will always be, all the way to the end of the season, the Thursday free race. Now, Keith Hayward makes his way through one of our regular riders just ahead of Mally Taylor. So, going to be Mally on his way in, riding on the Donny Chaingang, one of our members of the DCG gang. So, these are the people who keep the show quite literally on the road. The wheels rolling for us. Massive thank you, thank you to everyone. If you are a member and you are struggling to get the emails through, make sure you do 2 things. One, make sure that you add the email that comes through that gets filtered out by spam filters. So sometimes people's emails get filtered out as spam. Might be something to do with all the links to all the discounts. Might be all the pictures of our sponsors' kit and our supporters' kit. It might be just because you've got a really aggressive spam filter or you've been on the wrong browsers. But you know what? Whichever way round that is, add the address. Find the email, add the address. Send us an email and we can tell you what that is. I'm not putting it out on air. Secondly, you can always go in and add to the contacts the email. That is our email address at Full Speed Events. Again, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. The members will know that. And if you have registered, you'll find that. Mr. Taylor doing an amazing job. Out riding, getting those emails, getting the discounts, and coming in through the line. Now, we're going to drop back to our 2 riders on the road, on the run in. We have got Andrew Whitehead.
Kit.
This is amazing kit. Love this. It is a Mondrian-inspired, look-inspired kit. You know, I always wanted this kit.
It's a shame you can't fit into the long sleeve jersey that I've got.
Probably wouldn't even fit one arm into both if you sewed them together.
I have the long sleeve jersey
An
version.
original
An original one.
La Vie Claire.
An original look La Vie Claire long sleeve jersey.
And why is it not up on the walls at Full Speed Events HQ?
Because it's somewhere tucked up cosy in a drawer.
I think there's a Motorola one somewhere as
There
well.
is a Motorola, an original Motorola short. That's a short sleeve jersey.
And now there's a long sleeve Panasonic jacket in the white as well.
There you go then.
Somewhere.
See, retro kit are us. Well, it's not really retro. It's the original kit is us.
Yeah, well, it's vintage then.
Vintage kit. vintage kit.
Aros.com.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough talking about the things that we couldn't be bothered throwing away. Stroke of
So
party.
we're still in the back of our drawers.
Let's leave your drawers out of this. Right, on to the show. It's a family show. Andrew Whitehead on the way here. Everyone's just going, I can't believe you just said that on air. There you go. 2 Coca-Colas and I am away with the fairies after not eating any tea and being working all day. So, Andrew Whitehead of Rob CC on his way in. He's got Rob James, who they've been running together for a while, and Rob on his way into the line as well. And Rob, not all that far to go. Rob just getting around that loop and in to the finish. So our last 2 runs on the way. So, quick reminder, we are coming up towards the end of the month. If you are a member of the Donny Chaingang Monthly, so you are not got the one that takes you to the end of the season, but you have renewed for November, and you haven't got online and pressed the buttons to get into December. Next week, only Tuesday's ride is part of November.
Ooh, yes.
Here is a quick heads up for you. The way that calendars work, that time goes. I'm going to
Are you sure? I don't think you're right, because I think the WoW is on the 29th, which
So it's
makes the Thursday on the 30th.
In that case,
just
quick
ignore
rewind.
everything Matt has just said.
No, don't ignore all of it. If you are a member of the November only and you haven't yet renewed, you have next week. But after next Thursday, you won't be a member anymore, which we're really sorry about if you can't afford to do it or you don't want to do it. Thank you very much for your contribution so far. Really do appreciate it. But if you do want to come back and you want to be in for December, please, 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 please,
Huge.
please, please do so before the end of November. Rejoin before December starts. Because when we send the emails out, it saves us endless amounts of time and hassle and head scratching and me swearing at the computer profusely.
I'm very tempted to take over the admin for the Donny Chaingang.
No, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Anyway.
It's technical. And you are a cerebral thinker, not a technical person.
Wow. A cerebral thinker. Well, on that note, I think we ought to watch the final
So
riders
anyway,
coming in.
please, 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 make my life just a little bit easier and renew before the end of the month. It does. I honestly cannot tell you how much of a pain in the posterior it is trying to sort everything and make sure everybody gets it. I try my hardest to make sure everybody gets those emails, but it's much, much easier if you renew before the end of the month. When the emails go out, which will probably be just before the weekend, then if you're not a member, you won't hide the links, you won't have the discount codes, and you won't know what OTE you're doing for our members in December. Right, next rider in, Andrew Whitehead from Rock CC. Going to be our next rider into the line, then it's warm down time. Warm downs are important, aren't they, Coach?
Yeah, they are indeed. 2.2 kilometres of warm down tonight to the Blue Banner. Absolutely essential. Spin your legs out, take it easy, bit of recovery, get off your bike and have your dinner if you haven't already had it.
Yeah, fueling up. It's a bit like, you know, there's like that golden hour after you've have a major injury or a major incident, or you push your body to the limit, or you have a heart attack, anything like that. There's a golden hour where you can, if you fix people in that golden hour, you get them some first aid, they're more likely to survive. It's absolutely critical. Golden hour. Same thing. I'm a great believer. There's golden 20 minutes maximum.
It's a bit longer than that, actually, from a scientific perspective.
I don't care. Golden window, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Get in there, refuel, and then you'll be ready to ride again. Make sure you get in there. Now, next rider on his way into the finish. The next rider going to be getting that refuel. It is Rob James. Well done, Rob. Rob coming through to the end. Great hanging on in that. He was right on that gang for a long, long time today. Improving as we see time and time again. So Rob is in and through. And that means that there's just our lonely little avatar sat on the line there. So Rob is making his way in towards the finish. Massive thank you, first of all, to Emma, who is here in the studio with me. Emma, a pleasure putting words to the action with you again. And we will be doing all this on Sunday.
Well,
we have another esports cycling event, giving away a shed load of
Oh,
AED.
yeah. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure joining you on the Donny Chaingang tonight. Great to take a watch of the action. Congratulations to Andrew McCarthy and Keith Richardson, the 2 prize winners.
Yep.
Thanks ever so much to Gritty. Fantastic to see them continue supporting the Donny Chaingang. Don't forget, you've still got 1 week left to take advantage of that 20% discount.
Yep.
And we are indeed, you are right, Matt. We are back on Sunday.
We are indeed. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Emma. Which now leaves just me to say, it's me. You can see the details. They are just up there. Gritty, of course, looking after our riders. Tuesdays, Donny Chaingang is open to members only. So please join up. Come and join the gang. Have great fun. The members only rides are amazing. Real great spirit and ethos in there. Now, make sure you do that. Make sure, of course, that you join us again on Thursday. If you are eligible, jump on the Wow Chaingang on Wednesday. Don't forget, of course, support the people who support your sport. This month brought to you all the way through November by Gritty, who have the sustainable sports apparel. Go on to gritty.co.uk. If you want to join us, don't forget you can donate to the gang, DCG gang. Join all the events. Register for the rides. It is buy tickets at Full Speed Events. But from me, from Emma, from everybody on the Chain Gang, we'll see you again soon. Stay safe. We'll see you again soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.